Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 28 or 29 of Red Dead Redemption 2. Whatever the number is, we are here in Van Horn, which is definitely a location that I remember. And it's 75 degrees. We should probably take this jacket off. Let me just get over to Redford here. And in terms of what we're off to next, I do remember that we have some main story missions to follow through on, and that may be a poster there on the wall, too, that I'm just now seeing. All right, first of all, let's get out of this sweltering jacket. Go down here. Summer Gunslinger. There we go. It's a little bit more comfortable for 75, I'd say. Not too hot, but getting there. All right, so I want that, and I want these people to be out of the way. Excuse me. Can I just get that poster, please? Is there like a please move button?
Hello, gentlemen. How goes, partner? Mister? Nice to see some friendly faces around here. Uh-huh.
There we go. Can I get that? Inspect, yes. This is not marked on the map, I'll notice. Okay. On the 15th anniversary of the disappearance of Princess Isabeau Katharina Zinsmeister, the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg is offering a reward of $100 for a safe return. Wait, the 15th anniversary? 15 years later, you're offering $100 to bring her home? The prince disappeared at age 5 during a royal visit to the United States in June of 1884. She has blonde hair and birthmarks on her right hand and left cheek. If found, please return her to the nearest sheriff's office immediately. Okay. Where would you even start looking for someone 15 years after the fact? Also, what is written on the wall here? Wishy? Whiskey. Whiskey. Wow. They need to touch that up. That is not visible from street level. Okay, is that in my journal now? How would I even go look for that? Exotics. What is this? Oh, yeah, none of that's gonna happen. Let me just take a look through here. Herbs for seasoning. Well, he doesn't seem to like any of the herbs that I have. And no, that's it. Okay, so I guess I'll just keep an eye out for a 20-year-old woman. She was abducted at the age of 5, and it's been 15 years. So I guess I'll just look around. If the purpose of that quest is to convince me to go around the entire world looking for every single blonde woman. The only blonde woman I know of offhand is Karen, back at the camp. So unless she's got a birthmark on her hand or whatever, I have no idea where to start looking for that. I'm concerned that this sounds like I'm complaining, which would not be my purpose. Just, I don't know where to even start with that. It's similar to, like, find 100 pigeons in Grand Theft Auto 4. No. No, I did not do that. Honest to God, this is a real gaming history fact for me. I never found one pigeon in Grand Theft Auto 4. I did not know that that was a thing. It never occurred to me to look for or find pigeons at any point until after I'd finished the game and was looking through the achievements list. I was like, pigeons? What are you talking about? What pigeons? Why? Where? No. And then I looked up online, and I think that we probably talked about this before. The reward for finding and either taking or killing, I'm not sure which, probably killing, given the fact that it's Grand Theft Auto, 100 pigeons in the world of Grand Theft Auto 4 is that achievement and nothing else. So, like, triply, why ever would I want to do that? But if I see a blonde woman and we get any dialogue options, I wouldn't mind returning her to her family back in Luxembourg. Oh, this is Micah, stupid son of a bitch.
There he is, old Black Lung Morgan.
Shut up.
Was you followed?
Excuse me?
Was you followed?
You know who you're talking to.
I ain't sure. I ain't sure about much no more. All I know is there's law whenever you're around.
Is that so? Because it seems to me that since you've been riding with us, there ain't been nothing but trouble. Stirring things up all the time, getting in Dutch's ear. Seems wherever you is, there's Pinkertons and vice versa. So you better watch your goddamn mouth, boy! Or...
Take it easy, cowboy. You're gonna do yourself a mischief way
Fucking
your head.
hate Micah so
He
much.
started it. Dutch says we is to go on with plans to create a diversion. We gotta get some explosives to blow up the bridge. Keep the army out of here a few days.
I think it's a real bad idea.
I don't think Dutch cares too much what you think.
That's clear.
We gotta confuse him one last time. Then he and I will head to Blackwater, collect the money, and help everyone leave. He's got a boat lined up.
Blackwater's a fool's errand. Everyone knows it. Even a greedy moron like you.
It's Dutch's choice, Arthur. You're just a senior gun, same as the rest of us. Only you ain't well.
I'm fine.
Then you'll do Dutch's bidding, which is robbing a stage that's coming from Annisburg full of explosives.
Rob a stage. All we seem to ever do is rob a stage, you and me.
Not me, you two. I got my own planning to do. You boys got this.
Shit. Guess we have. Come on, Arthur.
And Cowpoke, take it easy. You could do with a vacation, hmm?
Arthur, spit in his mouth. And hello to Azaric.
All right, let's go. Get out!
I'm back, girl.
Azaric asks, hope the day's going well, or how's the day going? Very well. Had a very fun time watching. I'm not even listening to Micah.
Says we should jump it as soon as it comes through Van Horn.
So you're taking orders from him now?
I'm taking orders from Dutch, same as always.
A pair of them are becoming unhinged. You hear about Dutch killing Cornwall?
Hey, hold up a second. Pinkerton Patrol, over there. Okay, I
Oops.
think we're clear. Let's head on.
So, you were saying,
Well, that needed to be done.
right now? With the Pinkertons breathing down our necks?
See, I'm starting to think that you've gone soft, Morgan.
Yeah, Azaric, to answer the question, I had a very, very fun time watching Tashir's Division Force earlier today. If he stops by, I wanted to circle back and talk about... He had a very funny clip.
Let's hold up here.
I think somebody clipped it. It was about a microphone audio.
The wagon will be coming from that way, down from Annisburg. And it'll take the two of us to stop it completely, or it'll never get done. So, I was thinking, you go play dead, and I'll take care of them.
No. I'm the better shot, and you're the better actor. No, you play dead and I'll cover you.
I got that. I got that. Oh, that's them coming now, I think. It'll be quite the show.
So actually, yeah, Azaric was the one that clipped it. So go. Wait, how do I get up there though? Okay. Right, game, I don't know how to climb this building. Parkour is not Arthur Morgan's strong suit, least of all after he has tuberculosis. Retry checkpoint. Okay, so it faces me in this direction. Let me go up here. Ah, stairs, okay. So interior stairs. Works for me.
No moving. Go on.
I let him move.
These people. Move, you wicked! Move! Come on, let's get you out of...
shit.
Come on, Arthur! Quick, let's get the explosive!
I'm coming, Bill. So I very much need a smoke or something to refill my Deadeye. It's a little bit early for plain provisions. Let's just have some premium cigarettes. I am so trying to get on.
Here, quick!
I'm working on it. Get on, Arthur. It's Y, yeah? Oh, now we'll get on.
All right, let's see if we can get this back to camp without blowing ourselves up.
Mia, thank you so much for the resubscription.
Nice drunk playing.
Comes naturally.
Azric, I would love it if you put that clip in chat.
Ooh, I could use a drink after that.
Yeah, I know. Just never goes easy no more, does it?
I don't know, that was pretty easy. I'm gonna have another cigarette.
Oh, shit! Deal with them, Arthur!
Okay, I'm trying.
Well, quick! They get off one good shot and I'll blow his boat to Kingdom Come! Oh, there was no law in Van Horn!
Oh!
Doesn't really matter right
You guys,
now.
I'm pretty sure I took that man's arm off at the shoulder. Oh, Chivalry, thank you so much for the resubscription.
God damn it! Still more behind us!
Yeah, I see him.
Shoot them, Arthur, before they blow us to high hell!
Oh, God.
Not all right, Arthur!
Okay, can I detach this stupid... The scope is really,
Need to take them out!
throwing me off here.
That's how you want to do it?
We need to deal with this! We're leading them right back to camp!
What do you think of it?
Oh, shit!
No! Hold on. I want to make sure. Oh my gosh, hold on. There's a hype train leaving the station, as it turns out. Mia, Chivalry, and I think Patikin have all resubscribed. And I want to make sure that I don't miss anybody, because you guys, thank you so much for the resubscriptions. Yep. Patikin has kicked it off, and now, oh my gosh, Moo has just cheered 100 bits. Mia has cheered 100 bits. You guys, thank you so much. I forgot that we are recording this episode at the very beginning of May, so some of the resubscriptions are going through, and for real, you guys, thank you so much. I wanted to discuss the clip that Azaric got as well, because it was a good time, but hopefully we'll have a moment of respite here after we finished. Oh, all the way back here,
right,
eh?
Let's see if we can get this back to camp without blowing ourselves up.
Now, since we've already heard this dialogue, Moo, did you guys finish, It Takes Two today? Because I'm sorry to say that we were, well, I'm not going to say we were watching a movie, but I missed a good chunk of the stream today because we were watching a movie, and as a result, I came in after just as the stream was drawing to a close.
Just never
Shit! Deal with them all!
So I'm just gonna do a bolt action rifle.
They get off one good shot and I'll blow his boat to Kingdom Come!
Actually, do I have better high damage bullets? Yep, here we go.
I thought there was no law in Van Horn.
Yes, Azra, thank you for the clip. If people get an opportunity to look at that, that's the one that we were talking about. But hold on, we're gonna get some more fellows coming in. Oh my god, hold on, somebody else has just cheered. 1 second. Okay. Okay, just the tree then. Hold on, I don't want to let it go. Azric has now cheered 100 bits. Azric, thank you so much. Okay, hold on. See, we've seen what happens if I don't use every tool at my disposal. Mia has now cheered another 100 bits. You guys, I really, really mean it. Thank you so much. I have more to say than just thank you. It's just tough to do over this particular soundtrack, and
We're leading them right back to camp.
What do you think I'm doing?
with this much gunfire impacting the high explosives that we have at the back of this wagon. Oh my gosh, wait, Moo is also gifted a sub to Jägermeister. Moo, thank you.
Oh, that was close. Don't reckon I'm cut out to be a dynamite wagon driver.
Oh my god. Hold on, look at...
a bunch of folks so we can rob some dynamite to blow up a bridge. This make any sense to you?
It's a distraction, so it ain't meant to make sense.
It should to us. It's our plan.
You know, I've had it with the moment. Look, there's Micah up ahead.
Okay, let me just pause it here because we're probably going to get some more story beats. More than just thank you. It was occurring to me like to try to fully express it. Twitch is so full of awesome streamers, and we try to call out at least a fraction of them every single day. And even when we do that, I do tend to overlook even people that have been in the chat that day, because I try to like cycle through all of the amazing people that we've come to meet here on Twitch. Like the other day, I'm pretty sure Centrifugal Force was in the entire stream, and then when I was doing shout outs at the end, I just completely forgot her name when I was shouting people out. I think it was Groomfee. Had like cheered the other day, and we actually turned on the sound alerts because I had missed it, and like I felt so bad about it. So the fact that there's so much talent here on Twitch, and people, as you might be aware, have a finite amount of time and support that they can throw into any one channel. So the fact that people have not only subscribed, but have resubscribed and cheer and gift subs to people, it really does mean a tremendous amount. And I want you guys to know and understand that when I say thank you, I really do mean it. Hello to Ricardio. Moo is gifted a sub to Samlander, Zerder, and Zerder, and also Azric has gifted one to Ricardio. We are up to a level 3 hype train, everyone. And can I also just note very quickly, so much more fun, and this is no slight against, but we had the last hype train that we had took place not during a fun drive the high explosive wagon while under gunfire, but at an actual funeral with like a widow weeping over her lost husband, and it was so funny. And we looked at like clipping it, but it's just there's no way to get the context of how exciting it was what was happening in chat versus this extremely downbeat and dour moment. The sounds that you might hear, Mia has cheered 100 bits. Azric has cheered another 200 bits. You guys, thank you so much. As Patikin says, we start these things at the best moments. Hello to Ricardio, who says, "What's up, chat? How we doing today?" Ricardio, we do have a hype train that's in full effect. So everyone who participates, I know, is going to get some hype train emotes and get those fun like conductor icons at the end. Ricardio, it was... Thank you so much for the raid that you did over to Mia the other day, and for the clip that you put up on Twitch. That was very funny. Sorry, Twitter. It was on Twitter that you put it up.
Great. Whoa!
So, you got it?
We got it. Yes, we got it.
What's wrong, Arthur?
Nothing at all, boss.
John, go drive this over to Bacchus Bridge. Get it hidden near there.
He really does think he's
Bill,
in charge.
You go on ahead. I need to speak with Arthur. Good work, son.
What's going on?
Listen, I know we ain't always seen eye to eye, and you find me irritating and a threat, and I like to annoy you. But right now I need better from you, Arthur.
Okay, Micah, whatever you say.
I ain't the bad guy you think I am, Arthur. But I am a survivor. Stick with me and you'll live. Oh, the bridge is probably a two-man job. You should probably go help Marston.
Why don't you?
Like I said, Dutch and I got planning to do for the train. There's a big picture here, Arthur. Trust me.
Captain Dingus, thank you so much for the 500-bit cheer, and Moo has also gifted a tier 1 sub to Mormaru, which is, by the way, Moo's 29th gift sub in the channel. You guys, it is so much, and I have difficulty expressing how amazing and just awestruck we are with this kind of showing of support. Thank you so much. Also, Ricardo was saying, still can't believe I thought it was, this was a fun idea, but I might do it again. Was that the,
girl.
like the vodka during Grand Theft Auto, or is it something else? Moo is great. Moo is both a very, very talented streamer herself and exhaustively supportive of people in the community. I am so glad that we have come to know Moo and Groomfy, as well as so many others in these last... Like, I was trying to think, it was certainly in 2020, but trying to get, like, some sort of sense on, like, how long we've known folks like Moo and Groomfy and Salamander, and, you know, I felt like we made a number of great acquaintances all at once, which is what tends to happen, but I don't know if it was... I feel like Salamander was a big vector to getting to know so many of the others, but I couldn't swear to it. But that's the great thing about Twitter. Sorry, now I'm getting Twitter and Twitch mistaken. There's so much cross-pollination between the different communities that pretty soon they're not different communities. It's all one big collection of awesome people that hang out with one another and... you know, everybody gets to do their own great streams. Oh my gosh, Mia, thank you again. 100-bit cheer. Oh dear. Oh, Ricardo was saying the attempt to out-drink an in-game character with vodka. Oh, and hello to Jab. Jab, I hope that you're having a wonderful Saturday. We have a... Yeah? Your knife there in your hand? What's up? Okay. Jab, I hope that you're having a really, really great weekend. I was just saying that we have a sort of a hype train that's occurring here in chat, but we are here in the world of Red Dead Redemption 2, and I'm actually not exactly sure. I just set the closest one because I'm so enamored with what's happening in chat. We have... Oh, is it Sadie? Yeah, I do want to hang out with Sadie. I'd rather hang out with Sadie than Micah, for sure. Oh, wait. So we've hit 31, which means that I missed one. Moo is now gifted 31 subs. Who was the 30th? Who got lucky number 30? Diesel Jones. Oh my goodness. Congratulations to Diesel. No, wait, Diesel. Okay, yes, Diesel was 30. And then 31 went to Jab. Moo, thank you so much. Moo was saying, yep, we followed Salamander over to Mia's stream one day. It wasn't the first time he'd raided her, but it was the first time we stayed to hang out. Yeah, I love it when we get to participate in a raid to a channel that we know and like, but it's also fun when we get to check out a brand new channel. And sometimes, much like you said, Moo, I will... you know, sort of audit a channel a couple times before deciding whether or not to follow, which is never a negative against the channel. Just, you know, you don't know their schedule. You want to sort of get a broader spectrum view of them. Oh my gosh. Jab has now cheered 500 bits. Cara Luna has cheered 42 bits. Moo says, anyway, she was playing GTA. And it was just so stinking funny. Yes. Mia... Mia revels in the chaos. But thank you very, very much to both Jab and Caroluna for those cheers. I hope everybody gets to participate in the gets the hype train emotes and the conductor badges and all of that as it goes. Ricardio's cheered. Oh, so this appears to be incorrect. So Streamlabs, I need to pause here because Streamlabs says erroneously, Ricardio has cheered 8 bits. Oh, okay, I see what's happened here. So Ricardio has cheered 8 bits and Azric has cheered 500 bits. You guys, thank you so much. I was getting the numbers confused and I wanted to make sure that Streamlabs wasn't
Hey, the hell? Oh, shit.
just riding down the road, sir. Relax. No, Ricardio says that's what I have left. Ricardio, any level, this is a point that we like to make a bunch. Any level of joining or participating in the channel, up to and including lurking quietly, is hugely appreciated. To really underscore what I was saying earlier, there are thousands and thousands of channels that you guys could be spending your Saturday with. So the fact that you have opted to not only spend it here, but to chat and participate and, in this case, drive the hype train full steam towards... Oh my gosh, is it 93%? So I'm gonna run off the road. Moo has cheered. Is that it? I'm sorry, they just hit level 5. For everybody watching this VOD at some point in the future, our awesome friends in chat, or is it level 4 complete? Whatever it is, it's so amazing. Yeah, so that's level 4 complete. Nonetheless, you guys, oh my goodness. And hello to Force. Force, we were actually, I'm not sure exactly what time that you joined. Thank you so much for the 10 bits. Force, I wanted to specifically call out that at the end of a recent stream, I think that you might have been here at the end, I was shouting out left, right, and center all of the awesome people that were here, and I think that in just sort of the rush of names, I had neglected to shout you out. So I want to make sure that we are providing a clear vision of all of the people that are donating right now, but I wanted to bring some more attention to Moose. So Captain Dingus had said we gotta hit level 5 and cheered another 500 bits. Mia's cheered another 100 bits. Sam Lander with another 100 bits. Oh my gosh. I don't know how we're going to be able to... Moo has gifted another tier 1 sub, this time to First Ben Joseph. You guys, it's so awesome. So Moose, sorry, Mia is saying, I'm trying to read through chat at the same time. Mia is saying, it cracks me up that you knew Samalander as G-rated. What is happening here? Whoa!
Oh.
What's this about? Is this gonna be one of those things where if I loot this random stranger that's dead in the street, I'm gonna, like, get negative points? No thank you. I don't need whatever he's carrying. Force says, somehow I have 85 hours in Anno. On that, Moo, I love this small community where people like Samalander and Caroluna play Zen-like games. As I said in Sam's stream earlier, Mia is Chaos Queen, and games like those stress me out so much. Yeah, I have, Zen-like games, Force, is a great way to put it, because one of the things that I've been sort of characterizing both Samalander and Caroluna as is, especially with their farming simulator streams. So I'm trying to gesture and also ride a horse, which the controller wants to make Arthur stop. There's a sense of industry to it and a sense of productivity. And to be blunt, I feel the same thing when you're playing City Skylines or Anno, when you've been streaming those, where it's like industry is getting done, work is getting done, and it's just so relaxing in its own way. Mia has cheered another 100 bits. I hope that we get totals at the end of this, because I want to make sure that everybody gets properly shouted out. We'll do a quick rundown. I hope. Oh, and Moo has gifted another tier 1 sub to Wrestle Alex. If I have missed any of the gift subs that have been passed out, please let me know. I feel like I've gotten most of them, but they're coming so rapidly. It is it's really something to try to keep on top of. Sam Lanner's just here to yeah, look at this. I cannot stay on the road. Sam Lanner's cheered 100 bits. Oh, they're so they're trying to get it up to level 5. It's so close. It's 75%. Moo has gifted yet another sub to He Who Dies. Captain Dingus, oh my god, with another 500-bit cheer. Carol Luna saying, well, what happened that triggered this? So, what kicked it off initially was Mia, Chivalry, and Patikin all resubscribed in short order, and that got the train rolling out of the station, and now it is careening out of control. Is that it? Sorry, I need to call out everything that just happened. We have hit level 5. The train has careened off the tracks down a chasm and into a Toonsis the Driving Cat style fiery wreck. We did it. So many emotes. What? So, Sam Lander had cheered 100 bits. Oh, chat is moving so fast now. Let's see, we got that. Mia cheered 100. Captain Dingus with another 500. More Than a Meal with another 100. Moo with another 100 bits. Yes. And Captain Dingus is saying thank you so much for the gift sub. Oh, and yes, another gift sub. So hopefully everybody that participated got some awesome emotes and some train conductor badges. You guys, that's astounding. I don't want to repeat everything that I said earlier, but again, the idea that people enjoy hanging out, just the idea that people enjoy hanging out to watch never stops being a point of appreciation for us, and it's so awesome. The fact that people want to support the channel by subscribing or by cheering or by gifting subs, it really does mean so much, and I can only hope that we keep you guys entertained and that we can make for fun times and maybe take some attention away from the stresses of the real world with the stresses of the fake world with you know, Arthur Morgan and his various travails. Yes, as Mia says, you are all wonderful. Thank you for, well, thank you for showing Angel how much we love him was the rest of that sentence, but thank you guys so much. I'm going to get hit by this train if I try to drive and read track. I'm so glad I randomly stumbled on your channel during your Last of Us 2 playthrough. It's been a blast, says Captain Dingus. Dingus, I did not realize that was the first game you were here for, but it has been a blast to have you around as well. One of the phenomenon that we became very familiar with here on Twitch was playing a game, getting to know people during the playthrough of that game, and then once that playthrough was complete, we would frequently, you know, they would sort of be on their way. And that's fine. They were here to enjoy the playthrough. They did. We all had a good time. And then when that specific game was done, they, I assume, would go off and find somebody else that was playing the same game. Whatever the... I did not push a button to get off the horse, by the way. In the last sort of like year and a half, the tone has shifted, or actually the structure has shifted, so that we get to hang out with a lot of the same people from one stream to the next, from one game to the next, even when we're playing different things, and it's just awesome. It's awesome getting to know people like Moo and Grumpy with their anecdotes about their kids and their kittens, and like there was a power outage the other day that, I mean, plainly has has been resolved. Getting to know Force and the fact that I believe as of this time is now graduated, and I assume that happened apace, and congratulations very much to Force. Tashir's planning to redo his studio. Ricardio's been streaming more and more, and had what we were referencing earlier as a challenge to outdrink a character in a video game, which I like to see if I can hold my breath as long as video games. I haven't tried that particular challenge, but like, by hanging out and getting to know people over the course of not a single playthrough, but multiple weeks, multiple months, in many cases at this point, well over a year, it's so cool. That's what I wanted to say. Grumpy says that he did not break the kittens. Sandler says the kittens aren't broken, they're just special. Groovy says they totally bend that way. Moo's blowing kisses to Chivalry and Mia. Yes. And Centrifugal Force is confirming that she is graduated. I want to make sure that there's... Yes. So lots and lots of hearts going around in channel. I hope that you all feel the appreciation from each other as much as you feel it from me, because for real, it is true. Let's go have a quick chat with Sadie.
Don't you worry about me.
There you are.
Here I am.
Come on, let's go.
Let's go where? And why are you so riled up?
Today is a great day, Arthur. Today is the day they are going to hang Colm O'Driscoll.
That's so.
Rather they hang him or I shoot him.
Oh, they are gonna hang him.
Yeah, and not before time.
That boy's been on the gallows more than most. I wouldn't count anything until his neck's broke.
Well, nor would I. Which is why, despite us being wanted men, we're gonna attend the event ourselves.
And follow him onto the scaffold?
Well, let's hope not. But if I could see that son of a bitch breathe his last, I think I'd die a happy man. We are gonna disguise ourselves.
In this?
In this.
So a very brief pause, because I just wanted to highlight something that Moo had said. Agreed at Angel, and that's what keeps us coming back. Each of you is fantastic in his, her, their own right, but together you are all flipping amazeballs. And I am honored to be counted among a community like this, and that means a great deal.
Okay.
Come on.
Well, don't we just look the part?
We'll cut through the alley to get to the gallows. We keep our weapons holstered, our disguises on, and our wits about us.
Mrs. Adler, might I say, being a fancy woman of Saint Denis suits you.
I'd dress up like the Queen of Sheba if it meant seeing that son of a bitch swing.
Colm hung me up, nearly butchered me. That don't mean I'm comfortable in this woolen coat.
You made it out of that predicament, as I remember, Mr. Morgan. My husband weren't so lucky.
You lost your husband. I lost my darling Annabelle. That poor boy Kieran. We've all lost something because of Colm. And that is why we will shepherd him to eternity.
Amen to that.
Now keep those fingers off those triggers, because we'll need cool heads and calm dispositions to see this done.
Practice what you preach, brother.
Whatever do you mean?
Are you gonna keep your cool? Really? When you seem to lose it all so often now.
This doubting and questioning of yours, I miss the old Arthur.
Don't we all?
You two quit it. We all got a job to do, and we're all in rough agreement about how we're doing it. As far as I can tell.
Exactly.
We'll get it done, all right.
All right, then. Come on. We got a hanging to witness.
Yeah, Super doesn't feel like the time or place to be having that particular argument. So, Force was asking in chat about suggestions
Look here,
for city
don't the public
skylines.
love an execution.
And I'm curious, like, suggestions for, like, building a city itself, which I would absolutely fail at, or regarding the structure of the tutorial series.
Good. Now, you see that pair of assholes?
Sure.
They're Colm's boys.
Yes, I think so.
What a surprise. I'm glad we're here. What are they pointing at? I don't know. We gotta follow them and find out. Yeah. Oh, here comes somebody. Stay here. Don't do nothing.
Patigan was also...
Horse, officer.
Yes, sir.
The crowd came to see a show. We don't want to disappoint them.
I guess they did miss their chance to see John swing by his neck.
Hey, you know I wasn't going to let it come to that.
I guess I don't know what I know no more.
And I guess this isn't the time to question either my decisions or yours. Here and now, Colm O'Driscoll's going to get his due. He's turned down there.
So I feel like I missed a comment from Forrest, because you said, sorry for the length. I need problems to solve. But was there a long comment at some point? There was a lot happening. Like a lot with that. Oh, so here it is. I will be working on a script for cities, but no one in any of my communities or chats has given me scenarios to overcome, if that makes sense. I asked in my previous stream if anyone had scenarios because I said I've never experienced a scenario or save game that could not be salvaged in some way. And I was met with some disagreement from my friends, and I was like, I don't even know how to set up a fail scenario, which proceeded to get me dunked on by my European friend community. Well, like, I mean, I would say that for me personally, I would learn a lot from just watching the process of building a successful city, because there must be decisions that you make on the path that, like, okay, so here I'm going to do this because I know that it will eliminate this problem. It will cause this other problem, like this traffic jam, to not happen.
Bunch of cops.
And I would learn a lot just from that.
How many? Enough. So what do you think?
Paul's up on the roof. Once he starts shooting, we have to have our wits about us and move fast.
Yeah, I guess we faced worse than this before.
Sure. Let's get to it.
Yeah.
So, they got a guy up on the roof overlooking the gallows. Find a way up there, onto one of these verandas, through a building maybe, and get him. And do it silently. Well, obviously I'm gonna do it silently. I want to see this bastard swing.
Does this staircase count as going up? I mean, up, but does it get me to any of the verandas that he's talking about? So, like, I will tell you some of the issues that I have, Moo, and I'm sorry, not Moo, Force, that I think...
monsieur.
Morning to you.
Find a way up to the roof and stop him. I'll go back to Mrs. Adler.
Like, the issues that I have, you might find extremely rudimentary, but, like, infinite traffic jams, highway on-ramps or off-ramps that are just constantly clogged with traffic and unable to process the amount of cars, the number of cars that are trying to navigate them, setting up a successful public transit system that people will use and doesn't cause huge crowds of people to try to cross the street all at the same time. I'm looking for anything to refill my stamina. Okay, canned peaches, I guess.
Gallows. Which way was you?
Dealing with trash itself in City Skylines. Being able to... Is that what I wanted to do? I feel like I'm really good up until my garbage dump fills up, and then when I go to empty it to a facility, it takes a million years for it to empty out, and then I just fill up the first one again. Return to the shooter's location is what it says. Okay, I'm trying to do that. And I'd also say, just as you move into, like, I think a good starting place for a tutorial is to assume that people haven't watched any of the dev videos or any other thing, so they're coming at it completely
What's this then?
fresh. Okay, I guess I go down there? I don't see a person, which is what I was expecting when we were talking so much about the shooter's location. I'm being...
Your boss is gonna swing, I promise.
As long as any of us can remember, it is justice that separates us from
Show me that soft underside.
justice itself can at times be barbaric.
Oh, Michael Myers makes that look so easy.
There goes your escape plan.
To deal with him justly is by savagery. Colm O'Driscoll is...
I did not see the prompt for what I'm supposed to be doing.
He has murdered, tortured, robbed, stolen, raped, and abused for a decade across 5 states, seemingly with impunity. Today,
Sorry, congratulations to Azaric on the 1000-bit badge. That's awesome.
justice catches up with him.
As well you may. I've been a bad man.
Silence!
These charges...
This is not a court where you shall be tried. This is a place where your sentence is to be carried out. And your sentence, Colm O'Driscoll, is that you are to be hanged by the neck until you are dead. This is not a task we take lightly. It is not a task we enjoy. But it is a task we must carry out if our civilization is to prosper. Gentlemen, are we ready? Colm O'Driscoll, may God, in his infinite wisdom, have mercy upon your soul. Whenever you are ready.
Now you know how it feels to watch somebody you love die. You ruined my life!
Arthur! If you can hear me, shoot some of these O'Driscolls!
Okay, I can't move the scoper on right now.
No more matches left to get between us.
See that fella, Arthur? We can! You get him out of our way!
So this is my issue with the scope. The
Fella's in our way, Arthur! Would you kindly do something about it?
the field of view is by design so narrow that I have difficulty.
Look out! We gotta deal with this wagon!
Deal with the wagon. Okay. Where's the wagon? That wagon?
Let's just go.
Well, we got him.
Let's just get out of here.
Go.
I'm just saying I could spare a round for the center of his forehead, just to be sure. Well, Patikin says it's a scope for a reason. The thing is, in the real world, you can open up your other eye, still get sort of a broader sense of the battlefield, and then, like, pivot accordingly. In a game like this, when you're restricted to just that scope view, it's challenging for me to know where the gunfire is coming from. And I feel like that's intentional. Well, hold on.
And we saw the bastard hang okay, but the whole thing ain't gonna save us.
I guess that's one less thing to worry about.
I guess compared to the entire government, in the end, Colm O'Driscoll didn't seem like such a worry.
A letter came for you.
Oh, okay.
I know it's from that Mary.
Mary?
She ain't worth it, Arthur.
Who is?
My dear Arthur, you never showed up. And now, after looking at the newspapers, I understand why. I don't imagine you'll receive this letter, but I, nonetheless, must send it. Arthur. Oh, Arthur. I was just starting to dream the silliest and softest of dreams. I miss you, and I will always miss you. But I cannot live like that. And it seems you cannot live any other way. When I'm with you, the world makes sense. But when we are apart, I see clearly that your world is not a world from which one can escape. I'm so sorry for everything. For everything long ago, and for starting up that business again. There's a good man within you, Arthur, but he is wrestling with a giant. And the giant wins time and again. You've broken my heart again, and I fear I have broken yours. And for that, I will never forgive myself, but you must let me go now. I enclose a ring you gave me many years ago, when we were both young. Not because I don't like it, but because I care for it far too much, and it reminds me too much of you. I hope one day you will find some people in love who can use this, for it kept me thinking of you all these years, and I hope by returning it to you, I can finally be free. Goodbye, Mary.
Super love getting periodic messages from Mary just to remind Arthur that she's not that into him. Just again and again. And before people at me, I get that the actual letter is that she wants Arthur to walk away from his life of crime, and that if that heist had gone okay and he had met up with her, that she was open to rekindling things. But I just feel like the story of Mary Linton has been again and again and again. Hey, Arthur, I just wanted to check in to remind you that we are not together. Hope you're well. And then she goes back off to whatever on earth it is that she's doing. Like, that's what it feels like. And she won't accept Arthur for who he is, and he won't change to, find a life that's happier for her. So these two just have to go their separate ways. And I get that they're both kind of conflicted about that, but... Jab, by the way, said that he's never been able to keep both eyes open when shooting. Good to learn that way if you can, even if, but a lot of people can't. Yeah, I should note here that I have precious little experience with shooting. I've done it. It's not really my thing, and that's companion. What does this mean?
Someone's talking to somebody. There has to be.
I reckon they just caught our scent and we can't shake them off, that's all.
I think it's Marston.
Nonsense.
Mark my words.
I bet companion is Karen, based on the fact that Karen is over there. Moo says, both kids are crying. Goofy's pissed. Typical Saturday night in the house of Moo. Yikes.
You're a wrong man. A wrong man. There's something not right with you.
Are you talking to me, old man? Mind your manners. I've minded them long enough. None of our problems is my fault. None at all. So you watch your damn tongue.
I would be willing to agree that a lot of the evidence against Micah is circumstantial, except that he's such a dipshit.
Hey, Karen. Why don't you lay off the bottle for a bit?
Why don't you lay off me?
So, this has companion on the map over here. I see what appears to be Uncle. He's doing his thing over there. I don't see companion in here. Inspect. Yep, he's still got his flower. We looked at a lot of this stuff before. Oh, wait, take cigarettes, please. All right, I don't see anything else here. Yeah, it's just when I on the rare occasions that I've ever gone shooting.
Arthur?
How you mean?
Causing all this trouble just when we need to be united.
I ain't causing no trouble. I just ain't standing for any more lies.
Ain't loyalty mean nothing to you?
I ain't dying for whatever nonsense Micah and Dutch have concocted. And, well, I don't matter much anymore, but I ain't letting the women here die for that neither. Anyway, I'll leave you to it.
Sure, Morgan.
I've never been more tempted to choose the antagonize option. And Dingus says that he thinks that companion might mean a companion item that somebody left. Hello?
Mary Beth?
Is that Karen? Yes, it is.
You awake yet?
That's it, huh? Okay. Moo says, if you've seen me shooting a game, you'd know it probably wouldn't be safe for me to ever shoot a real gun. I don't know. I thought you acquitted yourself really well in Serious Sam 4. Oh, by the way, Moo, I keep forgetting to ask. So, I don't want to wander too far afield, but, Moo, are you going to continue with Alan Wake? Because I know that had started up in the wake of, well, in the aftermath of Control, during the Control playthrough, and that the goal was to play through Alan Wake and then visit the AWE. It's not that cold, is it? Hold on, we'll get the temperature here in just a second. 62? I could probably put on a jacket. Maybe? Oh. Nope, there we go. Alright, so put on... There we go. Moo says, nice unintentional pun. Yeah, I hope that that does continue. So, as we ride, let me go back to the point that I'd wanted to make earlier. There was a big stream a few days back, and I was shouting out, you know, all of the great people that was in there, and just, even though Force had been in the whole time, it was just, that was her day to draw the short straw, and for me to not remember her name specifically. So, let's take a moment right now, because I would love to see Force get up to affiliate status, assuming that hasn't happened quietly, you know, when I didn't notice. In order to hit affiliate, you need to have 50 followers, which Force certainly deserves, and an average of a certain number of viewers on your streams, and she certainly deserves that as well. Centrifugal Force is a great streamer here on Twitch, and as we've been talking about, at least to begin with, she does streams of strategy games like Anno 1800 or City Skylines, those sorts of like city builder or sort of infrastructure development games. I sort of think of Anno as more of an infrastructure and supply chain game than a city builder. But watching the way that Moo puts together cities, the city builder would also work, because hers are much better designed and more sort of aesthetically pleasing than anything that I put together. Am I supposed to care about what appears to be a moose with no antlers? Just go on about its business. I don't have to. Oh, but you know what I should do? Actually, wait, there's two things I should do. I should track that. Get back here. Can I study? Study. Study. Did I get it? Yes. Track. Okay. So I wanted to do the track because even though I don't want to kill the western moose or even hunt it, I did want to... We have a master hunter track that I'm trying to get up on. So Force says she just needs 10 more followers and she's hit everything else. I would encourage folks to stop by centrifugal_force and throw her a follow. As Mia has been saying in a lot of her recent streams, it A, costs you nothing. B, shows support for a great streamer here on Twitch, and gives you the opportunity to know when she goes live, because it'll send you a nice notification if you want to leave that option on, and then you'll know when she comes on to do one of the city building games that we just talked about. It might be Hitman 3. It could be, she had streamed Tomb Raider before, and I think there was something else that I saw in the recently played back at the time. And she'll sometimes do sort of live streams of the lab work or the... I believe she works with dyes in her, like in her work in the science lab. She would be much, much better at characterizing it than I would be. So rather than try, I would say, why not learn yourself? So throw a follow to Centrifugal Force and check it out.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa.
Wait, what am I missing? Okay, so Mia was advising Moo to check her chat. But I'm not sure if that is on Moo's own channel or stuff that's happening here, or like private messages or what. Awesome! So Captain Dingus has also followed. Yeah, my advice broadly to folks... Oh, tell me that I missed the opportunity to hang out with Hamish? Okay. Hamish has very limited hours of operation, so rather than try to hang out with him, who are our options? Apparently I've got a bounty up in this area. We go see John. We'd go see Rainsfall. I'm going to go see Rainsfall. And then Eagle Flies. I'm going to go see Rainsfall. If I get an opportunity to pay down some bounties on the way, wouldn't mind that. Force says, yes, dyes and metal catalysts. I'll be working 4 days a week this summer, so I might be streaming at work more often. That would be very cool, because if nothing else, I feel like it's interesting to see how that work goes down. Watching somebody perform it, or even talking it through, would help to explain and demystify, and I feel like spark interest. Like, you know, there's all sorts of cooking streams, there's yoga streams, there's art streams. Why not have science streams? And I'm sure that there's others that do it, but why not be a person that does it? I am a big believer that people can and should stream whatever their interest is. So Mia is making the point that she just... so what she was trying to draw attention to is that she has just resubscribed to Moo's channel, and that is awesome. I feel like they got it together. Yeah, so to go back to a point that Force was making earlier, like, oh, well, I solve, like, traffic problems with a lot of one-way roads and giving industry their own ways in. So, just hypothetically, imagine if you knew someone, maybe somebody else who streamed here on Twitch, who, like, has tried that, and it just doesn't work. It just seems to take a really long time for people to get to where they're going, and so businesses wind up not having efficient routes to get their supplies, and the industry can't get their raw materials, and it all sort of like collapses anyway. And then imagine that person is me. So I'm just like, I can assure you that there is no level of tutorial for City Skylines that is too remedial. I don't like the look of this. Is this where the Native Americans were living? Or is this just an unrelated fire? It looks like somebody got burned out of their place. Maybe it was just accidental.
Hold up.
Like, you can reach a point of comfort with a game where, like, it is so natural to you to be like laying out city blocks or an industrial zone or an area around a campus that you know is going to be high density traffic. Or like, you know what, Forrest? Even just how large and how to space out high density residential buildings. Literally no idea. Every time that I have zoned high density commercial or residential zones, the very next thing that happens is that the crush of traffic that is generated from those dense office buildings trying to generate all their cars to get to work, to get to school, to, you know, the number of garbage trucks that are needed to clear out all the garbage, it just, I feel like that's the point at which everything just comes completely off the handle. So, Moo just got the notification, it sounds like, from Mia's subscription. This is a conversation that I've had with JV McMaster as well. McMaster is very, very good at putting together tutorials, and one of the things that I've encouraged him to consider is that things that are very obvious to him about a game like RimWorld, for example, how to set priorities for what each person will tend to automatically do during the day. Well, I've never played RimWorld. I understand that that is a very important thing. Maybe it's covered by an in-game tutorial, but never underestimate the ability of people to feel confused by something in a tutorial, because you don't know if they miss a line of dialogue. Maybe this isn't their native language. I don't know what tutorials, if any, are in RimWorld, but having access to additional source of information, like, well, I really didn't get what the game was trying to communicate. Let me look on YouTube. Oh, look, here's this guy, JV McMaster, who did a tutorial on this basic level RimWorld stuff. Oh, that's exactly what I needed. Force says, hold on, I want to ride this without falling into a gorge. No level of tutorial is too rudimentary, I say to my metabolism professor as I hold a stack of mechanism and zero idea of what the actual fuck is going on. And holding back tears. Yeah, I've been in work situations. So I have talked in recent Red Dead 2 streams about the, you know, some changes coming up at my job, and it's nothing bad, it's just a change. Look at this place. I've never been here before. Hitch. Okay, I'm gonna assume that if I hold down Y... Nope, she just goes for a walk. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna bring any weapons. I hope I don't have to, Is there somebody with whom I should, like, ask permission? Because this doesn't feel super cool about just
Hello,
walk in.
mister. This is no place for you.
I've got a meeting here. I'd normally take that as an invitation to leave. Oh, but what I was sort of circling towards was that one of the things that's happening at work is bringing on some new people and trying to make sure that they don't have the experience that Force just referenced of, like, here's a bunch of stuff I'm supposed to do, I don't know what to do. We're trying to make sure that they have everything they need to get sort of onboarded successfully.
You don't sound very well.
I'm not. I think I'm dying.
And I hope you find peace.
I don't know too much about peace.
Apparently not. Did you have fun with my son, the impetuous prince? I believe you went on a raid with him.
I'm sorry.
I suppose I lack the grandeur of a conventional king.
I don't know too many kings.
Colonel Favors, he has already exacted some measure of revenge for the raid.
2 women were assaulted by his men.
I'm very sorry about all of this.
Yes. Sometimes the correct path, the bravest path, is the least obvious, and also the gentlest. I'm a great disappointment to my son.
Your son seems to want a war.
My son thinks there is glory in death. Maybe he's right, but for me, I saw death being handed out so freely by the most foolish of men, I never could equate it with victory. Glory has come in service. Maybe. Maybe not, I don't know.
I've killed a lot of people. For a whole lot of dumb reasons, and I ain't never seen much glory in it.
Well, your friend, Mr. Vanderlyn, he talks a lot. I don't know him, but my son is easily led.
I'm not sure I get you.
Well, perhaps we could go for a ride. I'm an old man. My whole life I've tried to bring peace.
But I ain't doing so good.
Then maybe you can take pity on my plight. Please, it won't take long. And maybe I can help you with that cough.
Sir! I'm glad I caught you, sir.
Captain Monroe, do you know my friend, Mr. Morgan?
No, sir. I don't have the pleasure.
Arthur Morgan.
It's an honor, sir.
How can I help you, Captain?
I was just in Saint Denis. I spoke with the mayor. It's not good news, I'm afraid. May I ride with you for a little?
Of course. Follow me.
So where are we going?
I want to show you a site up in the mountains that's long been sacred to me. A place for reflection and healing. What is this news, Captain Monroe?
Yes, sir. As I mentioned, I did speak again with the mayor and the Bureau of Indian Affairs in Saint Denis at length, but regrettably, it appears the oil company has already received approval to move forward with drilling on the reservation's land.
I supposed as much. So what does that mean for us now?
I'm not sure just yet. I didn't get the impression anything would be happening for a few months. I'm very sorry, sir. I did everything I could.
I know, Captain.
And I assure you I will continue to do as much as I can. Mr. Morgan, would you have time to help me at all? I would rather certain actions were taken by friends outside the tribe.
Sure, I can help.
That's good news. Thank you. Come meet me on the reservation whenever you can. Even just a couple hours of your time.
So in this brief moment of silence, Moo is planning to continue with Alan Wake, which is very exciting.
Anyway, gentlemen, I won't take up any more of your time. I'll see you both soon.
Sure.
Thank you, Captain.
Enjoy the ride.
We'll continue on this way. I'm going to look for some herbs to give you.
And Force says that she's likely to be streaming some Anno 1800 pretty soon. And says that people can watch her struggle to keep the engineers happy and pay the luxury taxes. You are describing something that is...
over there feasting on that horse? Brutality and beauty are both all around us. Yet so often we're unable to see past our own grievances. This is what I try to teach my son.
Yeah! Go on, get out of here!
Good. There was no need to harm them.
The camera is sort of doing what it feels like doing here. I'm not trying to pull it off to the right there. Whoa.
Are you
Go.
all right back there?
Yeah, I didn't stop.
If you want, Mr. Morgan. But don't feel like you have to. It's a beautiful ride ahead if you need some time to think.
How much you know about Dutch?
A little. Mostly what Charles told me.
For years. He was the best man I knew. But... he's been unraveling for some time now, and... I ain't sure there's any...
Sorry, hold up a moment. That'll have to wait. Some of the plants I need will be growing down here. You're going the wrong way.
I'm following you. Forrest, by the way, recognizes one of these horses as a Clydesdale. Maybe Rains Falls.
This is what I was looking for. English mace. Okay, let's continue on.
Wait, is there more of that? Because I wouldn't mind learning about it.
But he's been unraveling for some time now, and I ain't sure there's any going back at this point.
It took a long time for me to learn that you could never change a person. We only become more who we really are. Perhaps you see that with him, just as I see it with my son.
Dutch has got this crazy plan that if we create enough noise and chaos, we'll be able to escape and go somewhere far away where no one will find us. And I worry a lot of folks are gonna get caught in the crossfire, including eagle flies.
So what can we do?
I ain't quite sure. Just wanted you to know the situation.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan. Let me give this some thought.
Let's see if I can feed... Yeah. Why are we carrying the oat cakes if not for a situation where she's feeling in the need? And also, I wouldn't mind something for Arthur. Yeah, you know what? It's been a while. We got plenty of food.
You know, I had a son once, years ago. Don't talk about him much.
Oh, what was his name?
Isaac. His mother.
Wait, stop here. I want to pick some ginseng. We can talk more about this later.
So we'll see if he picks us in silence again. Force is saying, thank goodness for everyone here and in chat. Not just an hour ago, I was down in the dumps because I was waiting on hearing back on academic applications, and some are stalled due to things outside of my control. Don't want to dwell too much on it because I'm going to get sad again, but this stream and you guys helped me take my mind off that. And because of that, I wasn't sure if I wanted to read it out loud, but it's just, it's such a perfect encapsulations of both why we watch streams here on Twitch and why...
Mix these together. It tastes awful. But it'll help to keep your strength up. All right, let's go. It's not much further now.
So, anyway, Isaac.
To just complete the sentence very quickly. Why we watch streams and also the kind of stream that we want to do for people. So, thank you very, very much for that.
His mother, Eliza, was a waitress I met. When she got pregnant, she knew who I was, what my life was. I didn't want to promise nothing I couldn't keep, but I said I'd do right by them. Every few months, I'd stop by there for a few days. He was such a good kid. She was too, I guess. Just a kid, 19.
What happened?
I got there one day and saw two crosses outside. I knew right away. Turned out some bastards had come through. Robbed him. Shot him dead. And offered $10. Hardened me. Feeling that kind of pain. But I know now that you don't get to live a bad life and have good things happen to you.
I think you're being hard on yourself.
Maybe. All I can do now is try and make some things right. I appreciate the herbs, but I think it's gonna take more than that. I saw a doctor and he says I'm in a pretty bad way.
I'm sorry to hear that.
This situation we're in, me, Dutch, and the others, I don't know how long I got, but some of them, they still got a chance to have a life. I just think if I could give them that, then maybe this ain't all for nothing.
I think there is much you can still do, Mr. Morgan.
That seems to be all the dialogue options. Force was sort of noting how odd it is that in the middle of that particular story from Morgan that Rainsfall would say, oh, hold on, some ginseng over here. Well, can you hold that thought about your family and how they were killed? Because I want to go pick this herb real quick. Well, we'll pick up on that after a minute.
What's happened? No!
Oh, see, this is the tent, I think, that I was like, what is this?
No! They destroyed everything! No, I need to find the Chanupa. Who would do this?
Someone who wanted to enrage you.
Help me look around, please. The Chanupa is gone.
Of course. What is it?
A ceremonial pipe. There must be some clues to what happened here.
Whiskey. Bastards are having a party up here.
Eastbourne, thank you so much for the raid, and thank you and welcome to everyone that's coming over. We are pretty deep into the storyline of Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't think that anything super spoilery is happening right at this moment, but if you are concerned about story spoilers for the game, I would certainly understand if you wanted to sort of mute things and not get too much information. Short of that, though, welcome, and I hope that you guys had a great time watching Eastbourne.
Found something.
Yes, it's a floating bottle of
An
whiskey.
empty bottle of whiskey.
Well, if they drank all that, they couldn't have gotten too far.
Yeah, well, still no sign of the Chanupa.
Okay. Oh, the ghost left. Whoops. So, whoops. Sorry, that's me trying to look at chat at the same time. Eastbourne is... So, Moo was saying that Eastbourne was playing a clever game that she'd never seen before. What was the name of the game? Hopefully, fingers crossed, Mia is... Oh, hold on. Mia has this on mute, but I would love to know what Eastbourne is playing. So, if normally we'd do a shout-out, but I'm not sure if she's
Do you have
aware.
any binoculars? Oh, there they are. These brave men. Some of Colonel Favor's men. They must have been the ones who did this.
Are you surprised this happened?
Not at all. But I hope we were past this.
Well, you got land they want. Land with oil.
They moved us here. They've taken everything we had. I signed 3 treaties myself, and they've broken each one. Now they've taken the last hope. Now my people are going to want a war. A war they can't win.
Not if I get it back.
Get it back?
Yeah, I'm gonna go in, get your Chanupa, no one will be any the wiser.
Would you do that?
Well, you can't go, they know why you'd come.
I don't have any money.
Nah, I don't need your money.
I wouldn't accept it even if he had some.
Please see if they have our sacred items. But try not to hurt anyone.
Really?
I'll try to ensure that they never even know I'm there, but actions don't always go the way you plan.
I guess it makes a lot of sense to not want to kill any of the people, because if they like get massacred, then it could be blamed on Rains Falls people as opposed to Arthur Morgan the individual. But still,
Are you not going down there?
I was gonna take the horse, but just hoof it, I suppose. So, Eastbourne, by the way, did answer the question during that dialogue. Eastbourne is playing an early access crafting game called Craftopia, which I have heard of. Really, I really want my horse for this. See, it seems like a long trek. I have heard of Craftopia. I have not played it. I've also been very interested in Scrap Mechanic, which is another sort of early access, survival crafting style game. And Mia was talking about Green Hell. She's seen some streams of that, which looks interesting. And did Green Hell get a full release? I kind of feel like that hit 1.0, but I could be mistaken on that. Oh, thank you very much for the follow to I Am Hybrid. Dingus says, I think that's one of the few times so far, at least, that Arthur outright refuses payment with no individual choice. Yeah, and I don't object to them having made that decision. If anything, I would have liked a few more options to decide not to take payment during moments that I felt it was inappropriate. So we're gonna park over here. Now, Arthur's goal is to get in and out. Since I don't have access to the Predator's invisibility cloak, I don't know how he thinks that's going to happen. We'll be as careful as we possibly can, but these guys can basically see through space and time in this game. So I don't have high hopes. Sorry, I'm making it sound like I blame the game. No, I blame me. I'm not very good at navigating these stealth scenarios, and this feels like a fairly large area. And really what I want to do is just use some throwing knives to make these guys sleepy weepy, and then I can take what I want.
Seems so silly, though. I know. Who wants to fight them?
Okay, so these guys are facing this way. I want to kind of get around behind them, if I can.
What's got this horse spook, huh? Hey, I heard something.
Man, fuck this.
I think I saw someone.
Cool. Okay, so what am I supposed to do about this? Okay, so we're just not going to tell Rainsfall about this guy. Do I get that knife back? It looks like it's in pretty good condition. Oh, cool. One of his friends is coming. Okay. Alright, we're gonna dump this guy back behind this rock. So, that's pretty much what I expect to happen. We're gonna go in, I'm gonna do and say nothing, immediately get seen, and then not find the object that the man wants. Centrifugal Force says, yeah, the line, they forced us to move here and they still want more was so amazing. This game really hit it. Hit the fuck home. Yeah, it's... I am glad... Why should I not kill that guy? Oh my god. And see, here's the thing. You know there's like a gold tier thing to like make it through without killing anybody? But now that I've killed one person, why not just massacre all of them? These guys are assholes, and I don't feel the need to have them here anymore. Okay, grab him. Wasn't so much focused on the hat, Arthur, but sure, you can style it up if you like. Alright, I do not know how far away I have to go to make sure that a coyote finds this, but... Oh, he probably had something in his pocket, too. Sir, were you carrying a wedding band of some kind? Also, somebody said Metal Gear Angel, which is very fitting because I am... Or Metal Gear Arthur. I am all about the cigarettes right now. Get that Deadeye core up. Okay. The most important thing in the world... Get my real hat back.
Huh?
Fuck. Okay, so... I am right in front of a chest. I would like to explore the chest. Where'd he go? Okay, now he fell down behind some sandbags. I don't think he's going to be readily visible to his friends, so I'm going to search this chest. Okay, I can't really do anything with that, but thank you. Oh, look, there's some explosives underneath this wagon. I probably could have set those off and made a big racket, but I am, in a perfect world, still trying to find the thing. I don't want to swap hats. So I would submit that so far we've been successful enough that if those guys don't come back, they just deserted. They just wandered off. There's still 3 people here. Okay, so we've got a guy sitting down. He's facing the other way. Looks like there's another fellow that's facing in a similar direction. I'd love to have eyes on that person. Okay. So the guy with the vision cone is facing into the fire. I do not know where the other person is. Oh, wait, pick up. Yes. I don't know where I have it. Okay. And now I'm just gonna go. Those guys will tell everyone that they never heard or saw a single thing, and that their missing compatriots were just playing their evening time game, as they always do, of knife in the face. They throw knives at each other's faces simultaneously, and whoever wins gets to work another shift the next day. But this time they both lost. Except for Arthur, he won. Okay, this is almost what we promised to do, so I'm going to call that a success.
Yeah.
Honest to God, if Arthur Morgan did not, you know, identify what it was that we were looking for, I could have scoured that entire camp and the full entrails of every single person that I killed and never have found that. He said it was a pipe, is that correct? Never find the pipe.
Please tell me you found it.
Here. I got your things, I think.
Yes. Thank you.
I'm very sorry about this.
Even sacred things are only things. People, the heart, matter more. Was anyone hurt?
Yes.
It's a bad business. I should not have let you do this for me. But perhaps it will stop a bigger massacre. With these, maybe I can calm my people. Maybe I can calm my son.
I hope so.
Thank you. Take those herbs I gave you, please. And most of all, I hope you can find peace within yourself.
He's a man who, not so long ago, I would have found weak and pathetic. Now I see as wise and thoughtful and sensible. I would love to help him, or at least stop Dutch pushing his son to do something real stupid.
Archaeology? So recover the relic without being detected. Wow, it's really giving me... really being very kind on that one. Recover the relics in a minute 30. Eat shit, game. So, a few thoughts real quick. Number one, I am glad that in a mainstream quadruple A video game, they are they are spending some time directly addressing the treatment that Native Americans got at the hands of the United States government. I don't have a lot of solutions for, like, the atrocities that occurred. The fact that this game is taking its time period as an opportunity to talk about some of this stuff, I think is really good. I feel frustrated that knowing what we do about the way that things go down, we are naturally limited. Like Arthur Morgan is not a time traveler. He's not coming back to this era with additional information or tactics to...
Whoa, they got the wrong man.
Yeah, I want to get out of the way.
Taking this one in. Stay out of our way.
Oh, Hamish is available, so let's go hang out with him for a minute.
They called you a woman killer, not a turncoat. Your own brother?
As Carolina says, if you killed them without them seeing you, you were not detected. I felt like at least two of them caught a real good glimpse of Arthur Morgan, and he was just able to win knife in the face before they alerted their friends. Which, again, Grand Theft Auto 5 had a surprisingly sophisticated AI for a game that was basically 99% of the time going to be ride around firing an Uzi out of the window and screaming while you did it. It actually did have detection and stealth AI that was programmed in that it wouldn't just automatically know where the characters were, and if you relocated while hidden behind cover, the enemy wouldn't automatically know where you were. It's neat stuff. The fact that that exists in this game as well, and that it is down to the point where, I mean, that first guy full on saw Arthur Morgan. Look, there he is. Hey, you got, and then I got knife in the face. So he didn't have a chance to, like, actually get their attention before he went down. And the fact that it's that precise, I really admire, because that takes work. It takes work to implement, and it takes work to make it feel right. Also, I still can't hitch this damn horse. Force says, Hitman employs the same tactics. If you play knife in the face with someone who saw your detection meter, goes back down to 0. Yeah, but Hitman is a masterwork at that. I think that the Hitman games are so good. And it's because of stuff like that.
Arthur, come on in.
So, how you keeping out here?
Keeping fine, thank you.
So it's all right then, is it? Living out here, away from civilization?
Civilization? Yeah, I saw what civilization.
And industrial advancement will get you in the war. Progress, well, it ain't always progress. Besides, I ain't lonely up here. I got company.
Well, I ain't company.
Come look at these. Remember catching that?
I do.
I know you ain't forgot about him.
Oh, I still see him in my dreams.
Yeah, I got the whole of nature up here. And I'm gonna make the most of it, as long as there still is some. Whoa. They weren't lying.
What's that?
Right there by the outhouse. Look at the size of that boar.
Holy hell.
I saw some cattle gored the other day, but I didn't think it was possible. Let's go take care of it.
Okay.
Damn, I thought I got him. Pursue. I'll grab the mounts.
Batigan saying Hitman is a master of briefcase in the face, not... Oh, I have nothing that's going to do anything to this boar at all. My pistols are not going to irritate this boar. Yeah, Batigan's making a reference to the homing briefcase, as is Captain Dingus. The briefcase that will find you no matter where you are and no matter how fast you're going. Hamish said he would bring the mounts. He's been a reliable friend so far, so I'm going to assume that he is being...
Where's he gone?
Yeah, I'm trying. Okay, giant boar.
I got the horses. Come on.
Oh, there it is. I did not see the track for a second. Dingus says Arthur Morgan ain't above punching a boar to death. Mia punched a giant bear to death, and she did it live on stream. Actually, I think she had a knife in the hand, but still. What is a stabbing if not a punch with a knife?
Don't worry. Traps go this way. Come on.
I need something way more powerful than what I'm carrying. So, shotgun would bring it down, but I prefer something with a little bit more finesse to it. Bolt-action rifle's pretty good. What about the Springfield rifle?
You see that thing? It's as big as a buffalo.
And fast, too.
Yeah, but we'll get him. He came through here all right. Big shit. He's been across here twice.
What we do?
Well, he's been up this hill to the right, and down this one in front of us. But I can't tell which tracks is fresher. Let's split up. You go up, and I'll go onwards.
Okay. Good luck to you, sir.
Let me get that shotgun ready just in case.
Here! Come on! You.
Keep them both at the ready. I'd like to say a few words about some of the cool movies that we got to see this weekend, but I have a feeling that they would be very few words because we're going to get bored in just a second. Like, I do not expect this whole thing to culminate with Hamish saying, "Oh, I got him, Arthur. He's down here. He's dead now." Although, wait, I do hear gunfire, I think. Investigate the gunshots. Whoa. Hold on. New developments.
Let's go, girl. Yep.
Go. Arthur, I'm trying.
Yep.
I kind of want to have Arthur have something to eat. He's not... Oh, I hate what's happening there in the background.
There we go.
I think I'm investigating gunshots, but I don't see Hamish around. Oh, there he is. Well, there's his horse.
Jesus, no.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Ah. God.
Hamish.
Eastbourne, have a great night. Thank you so much for the raid.
I got thrown and the bastard hog got me. Take a Buell for me, would you? He's a good horse. He may be stubborn, but he's strong.
Hamish? Good pig? We got him, old man.
Wait, what was the trophy? His tusk. We're not leaving the rest of this, though. Surely not. No! There's enough meat here to feed Chie for a day. Come on. Oh my god. Oh, that's irritating. Hey everyone, we just went and hung out with the Native Americans. Their whole thing was use every part of your kill. We hacked off the tusk. Why did we even bother coming out here? Wow. Oh boy, what a follow-up to the last mission that we did. Whew. So, he also wanted me to take his horse? I don't really want his horse. Oh, I have thoughts. Force says today on we're in the final act and subsequently killing everyone. Yeah, it feels that way. What am I supposed to do with Buell? How? He's marked as a kill. Like, okay, sorry. There is a giant boar here. We got an X that appears to be Hamish, and then we've got the paw print on the map, but the only option that I have is swap hats to Hamish's hat. I cannot skin this boar. I can't get any pieces off of it. I guess we're just going to leave it here, and that begs the question for me, why? Why did we do this? Why did we chase down the boar? I guess so, you know, I guess the idea is that Hamish was gonna stuff and mount it. Shouldn't we do that? Why did we take this animal's life? Cool. Alright, so, I guess I should stable Buell.
Come on, Buell. Let's go.
I just got honor points. Okay. Apparently I made a decision. Okay, so where's the closest stable then? Got a trapper. Oh, the trapper would probably be really interested in this enormous, rare animal, but no, we'll probably just leave that behind. Okay, we've got a weapons forbidden zone up there. Stable. Okay. It felt to me like that boar was bothering absolutely nobody and only gored Hamish to death because Hamish came and was like firing his gun at it. It's not like the boar was going after Hamish or knocking down his fence posts or failing to pay back his loans or anything like that. He was just doing his own thing, and Hamish came out and picked this fight. And for Hamish to wind up dead, and Arthur's reaction be like, carve off the one tusk and then just leave the rest out in the sun for the maggots to take is nothing. I can't add anything more to it. It just really irritates me. So this is going to be a little bit of a ride. So as we go, this weekend, Chivalry, Mia, and I got a chance to watch 2 movies, which I will not spoil. We got to watch the 2020 movie Underwater, featuring the woman who played Colleen Wing in Iron Fist, and then others. Unfortunately, the woman who played Colleen Wing in Iron Fist is not in it as much as she should be. I feel like she is an undervalued actor who, to be perfectly blunt, should have been Iron Fist. I do not know what their thought process was in casting. Was it Danny Masterson? I actually don't remember the name of the guy that they got because, honestly, okay, I don't want to be insulting. The person who they got to play Iron Fist in the Netflix series did not do a very good job in that role. I don't even think that's a hot take. I don't think it's a lukewarm take. And it was particularly bothersome that they had another actor right there who clearly demonstrated a strong facility with all of the martial arts necessary to do the role properly, and they just didn't do her. They didn't use her because I guess Iron Fist has to be like some super bland white dude. I don't know. I'm not very familiar with the character. Iron Fist was not very good. The end. She is in Underwater, as is, other people. Underwater was a good movie. I sort of got sidetracked there complaining about Iron Fist, but Underwater I enjoyed a whole bunch. This was a movie that had been talked up by Mitch Reeves over at Divided by Werewolves. It had been on my watch list and hadn't really been coming up on any of the services that we had available, but Mia had it available, so we wound up watching it. And for me, there's a certain magic in not even really knowing what genre it's in. For my mentioning Mitch Reeves, you can probably discern that it's a horror movie. I don't want to say anything else about it in that way, except that I thought that it was very, very well made. I thought that all joking aside, I thought the cast was very well done. I thought it looked and sounded great. That last part is something that people, we all talk about special effects all the time, but what about the sound work, the Foley work, the effects work that goes into creating the soundscape of a movie? Well, Underwater is a movie that understands that acutely and clearly spent a lot of time making sure that movie sounded great. And okay, Beal, you hang out for just a second because I really want to pay off this bounty. Also, I don't know why there's an exclamation point here. It does not mean that there's a
Good to see you again, mister.
A letter waiting, because that's a different icon.
Our folks in New Hanover will be notified.
Oh, maybe it just means that there is a bounty that can be paid. Okay. So yeah, it doesn't feel like the most natural comparison point for a movie, but I thought Underwater sounded great. As Mia noted, it also made me very tense. It was sometimes you're watching a horror movie and you are entertained by the gore or the fear in the characters, and other times I at least will watch a horror movie and be most taken by the way that it inspires an emotional reaction in me. Examples in the past were The Ring that we've talked about, also Cabin Fever. And I really want to stress here, the first Cabin Fever, which I prefer to think of as the only Cabin Fever movie. I tried to watch Cabin Fever 2 once. My apologies to anyone who enjoyed that. I stopped watching it probably within 20 minutes because it was intolerable.
All right, take a look.
Oh, do I get to craft something out of this stupid fucking boar tusk? No, I don't. Oh my God, what do I need? Oh, I need a legendary boar tusk, not the, not the giant one. That's not the legendary one. That's something else. Okay.
Woo. You look like death warmed up.
Centrifugal Force says The Empty Man is a great horror movie. Why do I simultaneously it doesn't sound familiar, and yet it feels like I did hear about that at some point. The Empty Man. Wow, I never seem to be arriving here with as much, just make sure. Oh, interesting. He does have Mary's ring as a physical object, but he won't sell that.
Oh, you got something for me? Okay. Keep this just between us now, won't you?
Dingus says, sound design is so crucial. Games, movies, and everything, very underappreciated. Yeah, I want to say one of the first games that really hit that home for me was System Shock 2. I believe System Shock 2 predated Thief, at least for me. I'd have to... I'm not going to swear that I played System Shock 2 first. I might have... I really feel like I played it first. But regardless, System Shock, and to a greater extent Thief and Thief 2, are games that, even when they came out, didn't look very good. There was not a high degree of graphical fidelity. If you ever go back and look at screenshots of Thief the Dark Project or Thief 2 the Metal Age, those character models that appear to have been made out of maybe a dozen polygons in total, yeah, no, those were super crude at the time. What sold the game and made them very tense and immersive experiences was the sound design that went into them. And I feel like people think back on like Looking Glass Studios and the games that they made. I just want people to understand how important the sound design was in why they remember those games well and what made those games as memorable as they were. Because it sure as shit wasn't the graphics. Great level design, great mechanics, sure, but it was the sound work that I think really stood out. Wow, I think this horse is legitimately way better than my current one.
No papers, huh?
I feel like she is. He? I don't know what he. It's my quick genital check of a horse. So I am going to stable Buell. Okay. I wasn't sure if I was maxed out on horses. So that's Buell's stat. Yeah. Buell is significantly better than Redford. I'm going to go to Buell. Let's saddle up.
I'll get you switched out.
Okay. So I can upgrade Buell with new equipment, like a saddle.
Good saddle.
Yeah. So this saddle does not look very good on Buell. So what's a good looking saddle? Kind of like that one. Kind of like that one. But I mostly like this one. Feel like? No. No. I like this one. I'm going to go with the Garden Trail, whatever it's called. Oh, you can now change the color as well. Okay. You can tell how often I've switched saddles. Weathered coffee.
Nice. You only live once, lest you're a cat.
Wait, why is this improved? Well, I want it if it's improved. Ooh. I like this one.
Hey, it costs more for a reason.
Forrest is also referencing the Bye Bye Man, which I would like to circle back to. Okay, so we have a new saddle. I would like some saddle bags. Yes.
Always good to have one of those.
I like the weathered look on that. Stirrups.
That's a nice addition on a saddle.
Yeah, see, I actually like this. All right. Horns. See, this is where I'm getting into... I feel like having like an over-designed horn on the saddle is... It's like the hood ornament. Yeah, I think I'm good. All right, blanket.
I got one of them myself.
Ooh, immediately, the Bayou blanket. I like the look of that one. And then the bedroll...
Always good to have one of those.
Yeah.
Good.
All right, that's a good-looking horse. Now, I don't really want to change Buell's appearance at all, I don't think. I feel like this is how Hamish had him groomed or whatever, so I think we're going to just stick with that. And then we've got services, horse care package, fully restores all horse cores and yields gold cores. Sure, let's do it.
More folks took care of their horses like you.
All right. And... Nope, I literally just did all this. So, no, I was horse provisions. That's what I wanted. Let's get some beets.
Enjoy.
And some carrots, celery, hay, and peppermint.
Yep. Take care of that nag. Come back and see me.
So Forrest is saying, please do not watch the Bye Bye Man. Too late. We've already seen the Bye Bye Man, and I found, we talked about it once a very long time ago. My number one primary takeaway from the Bye Bye Man was that the Bye Bye Man featured a, what could charitably be called a performance, an acting performance, by a, wait, that's Eagle Flies. I don't want to go hang out with Eagle Flies. Captain Monroe. Well, Captain Monroe, I feel like, of all the storylines we have going, is sort of like a follow-through. We just met him earlier in this stream, so let's go head up there. In the Bye Bye Man, there's an actor playing in the movie who is so laconic in her performance. Bear in mind that this is supposed to be like a tense horror movie, and that the characters are supposed to be afraid of the fact that the Bye Bye Man is coming from them. They're not supposed to say his name or think about it, but she is supposed to be afraid. I honestly, we had this conversation at the time. I honestly think that they introduced a plot point that she was feeling fatigued, or had like the Bye Bye Man had given her the flu or something like that. There's actually like a line of dialogue that attempts to explain why she is mostly trying to stay awake throughout the entire movie. I do not know if they hired someone who was not up to the task acting wise. I do not know if she didn't want to be part of the movie after a point. I don't know if she was having a miserable time for reasons that I cannot discern, and was intentionally giving a bad performance because she hated the people making the movie with good cause. I have no idea. All I know is that it was interesting to watch a horror movie starring, or at least co-starring, a person who couldn't really have been less interested in the comings and goings of the Bye Bye Man. Groovy's asking where's his sugar cube. Yeah, they weren't selling sugar cubes. I would have gotten Buell some sugar cubes. Patikin says that now he wants to see it. Now, here's a good example of why I always want to be careful by saying that, like, the Bye Bye Man was not a good movie. I don't recommend it. I did not enjoy it. I thought that it was substandard entertainment in a variety of ways. Unless I'm misremembering, and I'm the best person in the world at misremembering names, but I believe that the Bye Bye Man was either written or co-written by a guy named see, now I'm going to get his name wrong. Jonathan Penner. I believe it was Jonathan Penner. Jonathan Penner was a former, I think it was him, was a former Survivor contestant, played on the CBS United States reality show Survivor, and I think it was either earlier this year or last year, 2020. I think it was earlier this year. His wife passed away of, see, I'm gonna, if I attempt to remember the name of the disease with which she struggled, I will get it wrong. But was it ALS? I think it was ALS. So here's a good example of, I mean, I don't want to bring like our stream down that we're doing. I do not know these people, but it's a good reminder that the Bye Bye Man was not a very good movie that was still written and made by actual human beings. that have people that care about them, that have people about whom they care, and we can critique, even harshly, some of the entertainment that they've done without attacking the people personally, if that makes sense. So that's just a quick thought about the Bye Bye Man. Not a good movie. Written by real people, and I mean, let's face it. Who is bad at 1,000? Who out there, no matter how talented, has come out and just hit, one after another out of the park every single time? I can't think of anybody. And also, hopefully it's clear that like tutting, it's not aimed at any particular person or anything that's happened in stream or anything that I've really ever seen in our stream. It's just sort of something to remember, because when I saw the Bye Bye Man, I did not know Jonathan Penner at all. I didn't know anything about his wife's struggles with ALS, and it can sometimes be easy to make offhanded, cruel comments about somebody that you don't know, because they did something that you didn't happen to enjoy. You know what? I saw the Bye Bye Man for free on a free preview weekend. It didn't cost me $1.
Yep.
It was entertaining enough to have talked about and to be talking about here. Yeah, don't watch it, but it's certainly not worth being angry about. I guess maybe I would feel differently if I went to go to the theater and I'd paid money to see it. But then again, I would have been paying money to see something called The Bye Bye Man. Who's really at fault there? We also had a chance to watch The New Mutants, but we're going to have to... Wow, look how shiny he is. I've had female horses for such a percentage of the game. Look at this coat. Oh my god, she's not white. He's not white, he's silver. Brush. Keep this in good condition. She's practically... Hi. He's practically Metal Mario from Super Mario 64. Look at this. We really got the undercoat. The horse services included a nice wax. Metal Sonic, says Centrifugal Force. Oh, I'm reading chat. So let's have a chat with Captain Monroe, who, as near as I can tell, his heart seems to be in the right place.
Here I am, as promised.
Oh, darn it.
Captain Monroe.
Of course.
Chief's going out trying to find medications. It's quite a business.
Yes. Thought we were through with all of this.
Well, we are, mostly. Colonel Favors seems to think the natives have broken some promise they never made, and apparently he's punishing them by withholding vaccines sent down by the federal government.
Really?
I was supposed to oversee the administration of the vaccines. Now I hear the wagon's been diverted.
Why would he do such a thing?
To be honest, I truly don't know. They say he didn't have a very good war, so maybe he's trying to start another one.
Is that what you think?
I'm trying to find out, and he knows I'm trying to find out. He'd love to provoke me almost as much as he'd love to provoke these poor bastards.
Meaning?
Meaning that despite the fact that I think he's a horse's ass, he knows I think that. So we're just stuck here trying to make the best of things.
This is the best of things. Children dying of diseases.
No. This is awful.
Where is this wagon? Where can we find it?
I can show you. Supposed to be heading to a PD after coming up through Valentine, but it's been diverted south instead.
Come on, Captain Monroe.
Mr. Morgan, we must act with due caution.
Oh, we shall. We surely shall. Now come.
Okay. I think I know a spot where we should be able to intercept it.
Lead the way, Captain. So, this Colonel Favors, he knows you're up here helping these people?
Yes. And no. He knows I'm here to produce a report on the situation. I was sent down from the north after all the news of unrest in the region. But I think my presence might be making things worse.
What do you mean?
I worry he's taking some of these actions more to protect himself now. If he can incite more retaliation, maybe he can prove a stronger defense.
Well, like destroying that shrine.
Yes, and taking their horses. I mean, I don't know if he personally sanctioned any of this or not. This is the other problem. There's a culture now in his regiment. The rot has traveled down the trunk.
Okay. Well, just show me where to find this wagon, and I'll get the medicine for you. You don't need to be involved.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan. But I must ask you, please be discreet. We really cannot afford more conflict. I'm still hoping a meeting can be arranged between Rains Falls and Colonel Favors.
I understand. So I should drop the wagon back at the reservation?
Oh, no. No. You only need to commandeer the vaccine. Stealing those and an army wagon will only make matters much worse.
Okay.
You know, Favors has many flaws, but I don't believe he's callous. More an insecure man at the end of his career trying to cling on to something that's already gone. He fought for the Union in the war, and his record was considered far from illustrious. A failed man is often the most dangerous.
What's this guy's name? Captain somebody? We just rode all the way up here following his map marker, but he's giving us his TED Talk on toxic masculinity. Doing a good job. Also, I know that Samalander...
This is the spot I was thinking of. Let's get up this way.
Sure.
There's a nice vantage point up at the top here.
Oh boy. Samalander, Arthur needs a snack very badly. Samalander had said that tuberculosis is difficult to transmit. Nonetheless, it does make me feel a little bit uncomfortable that Arthur is just like hanging out in a teepee. I might not be using that word correctly, but in sort of an enclosed space with Rainsfall, who is of, you know, elevated age compared to Arthur. RB and tap X when stationary. Oh, nice. Stamina increase for that.
Back a bit. We'll have a good view over the road from this ledge.
Yeah, as Dingus says, Arthur should really be masking up. He has one. Actually, has two, I think. He has an executioner's mask that I've never actually put on.
The wagon should come along this way.
Okay.
You're a good man, Mr. Morgan, but I fear this task to be a fool's errand.
Well, firstly, I'm a long way from a good man. Secondly, fool's errands are my favorite kind of work.
Fair enough. In that case, I can see we shall be great friends.
May I ask you a question?
Of course.
Why don't you just tell all the folk up in Washington what kind of an idiot Colonel Favors is and save us all a lot of bother?
Unfortunately, the government doesn't work quite like that.
If you say so.
There. I think that's the wagon.
All right. Get yourself out of here.
Just remember to keep it clean, understand me?
Don't worry, I'm as clean as they come. Not all I do is clean.
Well, good luck.
I'll meet you back at the reservation.
Try not to get yourself killed, Mr. Morgan.
No, I can't promise.
Retrieve the medicine. But, I mean, is that going to stop? Because unless it stops, I feel like my only option is to shoot the people driving the wagon.
Idiot.
And Arthur does have a jump to wagon ability, but I've never tried to jump to the I've never tried to jump to a wagon at all, but I've certainly never tried to jump to the back of a wagon. I always assumed he would jump to the seat and kick the guys off. Wait, I didn't see what it said.
Hold it right there!
Whoa, you better put that down right now. We'll open fire if we have to.
Gonna need your cargo, fellas.
Are you insane? We're the United States Army. That's it. Shoot that bastard.
All right, is that clean enough for you? Okay, but...
Okay, then.
Love to know what my other option was. So I'm not going to loot the soldiers because that would probably get me in a lot of trouble. Can I shoe the horses? Can I just have them, like, ride away? I know that you can shoe an unhitched horse, but I don't know if we can do that. Oh, yeah, look at this. Flee. Oh, cut free. No, but I want them to take the wagon away. Okay, we'll get the horses out of here. No! No! Don't do that! I'm the nice one. Okay. I don't want to get kicked, so we're gonna have to do this carefully. Good. And now flee. And now I'm just gonna get the hell away. Go on.
Go on, girl.
Go away. Horse, leave. Okay, well, then you can stay here, because I'm not gonna ride you away. Alright, so we got the medicine. As Moo said, I just shot your caretakers, but I'm the nice one. Yeah, I'm retconning Arthur Morgan as someone who is deeply distressed by the servitude of horses. Meaning all of the horses except the ones that he rides, and also all of his friends ride. And only in the last 5 minutes, so really just those two horses. But that's what defines him as being the good one in here. So as we're riding up the path here, New Mutants, less good than Underwater. I do recommend Underwater. I had a very good time with it. That's why I'm sort of like speaking in circles around it. You know, I guess potential content warning if you are, you know, it's called Underwater, so I don't think that it's going to be too surprising if, like, the threat of drowning is in there. I enjoyed that movie a lot, and I thought that it's, you know, looked and sounded great. New Mutants looked and sounded adequate. It has the kind of, I said this to Mia after we watched it, it has the kind and quality of special effects required for you to say, yeah, it looked okay. You know, special effects were okay. Mostly what stood out to me, so I do not go into movies looking for continuity errors. I'm not someone that's like looking at every strand of hair and then on the reverse shot seeing if it's in there. The continuity errors in the New Mutants are so in your face, it almost feels like they're testing the Mandela effect on you. It's like, you know, we're inserting glitches into the Matrix, and it's going to be a plot point later on. The fact that here's a character who wears a bear necklace, except on every third shot, the bear is facing the opposite direction. And before you think that it's like, well, that's not such a big deal, it's like a necklace. No, it's like a choker. So it's not something that, just trust me that it's not something that could be reversed unless you took the necklace off and then put it back on backwards. So it really stands out. Early in the movie, there's a character that spray paints something onto like a fairly prominent position outside the big building where they all are. And from then on, there's all of these establishing shots of the exterior of the building. And it's always like more or less the same establishing shot, except in half of them, the graffiti is not there. And then it's back again. Like, it's just it's so sloppy that if I'm noticing it, I mean, who knows what I overlooked there? I assume that Arthur has the thing in his bag. I don't think that I need to pull it off of the medicine. I don't think that I need to pull it off of Buell.
Captain Monroe, I got the medicine.
Oh, wonderful. That's great news, Mr. Morgan.
Yeah, no, don't worry. It didn't go too bad.
I'll have to take your word for that. We could both swing for this.
Yeah, well, I think I'm a little past caring about hanging, Monroe.
Maybe. I just hope Colonel Favors thinks he was robbed by bandits and not...
Oh, no, I'm still a bandit. There ain't no doubt about that.
Of course. Well, I better get to work. Thank you, Mr. Morgan. Bandit or not, this was a good thing. Maybe it'll get us both killed, but it had to be done.
I hope so.
So I'm hoping that we get some kind of clue here into how I could have gotten the stuff. Recover the vaccine without being detected. Like, it's one of those things where I don't, like, obviously I don't doubt that it's possible. I just don't know how. In Watch Dogs, the first Watch Dogs, there was a certain mission type where, like, there'd be a convoy, and you wanted to, like, rob the convoy. And there were some of my favorite activities in the game, because you would have a sense, you would know where the convoy was going, and you could plot where you wanted the ambush to take place. You could park a car across the way. You could lay down some landmines to blow up the escorts if you knew what order the convoy was traveling in and where they would stop because of your roadblock. And when you pulled it off successfully and you took out 75 to 80% of the guards all in this one alpha strike, I mean, you felt like a boss. It was a really, really satisfying feeling. In this, I don't know that any... I mean, clearly landmines are not available to Arthur Morgan, but was I supposed to somehow ride ahead and then park something on the road? Wouldn't they have just gone around? Because I would have. I am describing a lack of imagination on my part about I do not know what option A was supposed to be. But driving down the thing, I will say this full, in favor of New Mutants. It's not Legion, the FX television series. Did anybody here see Legion? If you enjoyed Legion, we probably won't be able to talk about it to one another very much. We were talking a few minutes ago about the importance of good soundscape. I feel like inventive and evocative cinematography is also very, very valuable and often underappreciated. The NBC series Heroes did a really good job of making a television series that at many points was shot like panels of a comic book. And that's not easy to do, and it was very, very well done in that show, and it's something that I always appreciated about it. Legion was shot like a dream. It was shot like a dream that you have a lot of the time. And that meant that it was full of a lot of surreal imagery. It was filled with things that you're not necessarily sure if what you're seeing is literally happening or if it is a fractured or incomplete perception of what's happening. And I will say that I was never like Legion gave you things to look at. I wouldn't call it like a David Lynch film or anything like that, but at least it had a pronounced sense of style. It was after a particular feeling and emotion and sort of a mental state of feeling unsettled, unmoored, and it accomplishes that. It was also a television series that ran for, I think the first season was only like 13 episodes or something. It was not particularly long, and I didn't make it through. Legion was so boring. And I never consider boring to be a particularly descriptive assessment of something, because what's boring to one person is fun to another, and it's not necessarily gonna like let you know what you think. But nothing happened. Nothing happened for episode after episode after episode of Legion. It was incredible tuning in each week to watch an hour of television where there were more coherent storylines in the commercial breaks than there were during the television series that happened. Legion is what happens when you have, maybe, generously speaking, 120 minutes of story content, and you're going to stretch that out over a season of television. And I did not care for it, which means that New Mutants is always and forever being held up for comparison against the FX television series Legion, which is an X-Men property, which is why I compare the two. New Mutants was way better than Legion. New Mutants was way better than X-Men 3, whatever the hell the rest of that movie was called. New Mutants is not, by a long shot, the worst thing that has come out of the X-Men franchise or that had while it was under the stewardship of Fox Media. It is not great. We laughed a lot at it and about it, both during the film and afterwards, but I certainly wasn't bored by it. I probably have a few more things to say, but they would delve into some really deep spoilers, and I don't want to do that at the end of this stream because, regretfully, we are at the end of this stream. I have to wake up very early. Oh, no, wait, tomorrow's Sunday. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. You guys, it's Saturday. It's Saturday. Oh, I don't have to wake up as early tomorrow. You are listening to the voice of a man who feels infinite relief. Oh, I do still have to stop because Moo's saying, keep going. Wow, that was a roller coaster of emotion. Yeah, I still have to stop, but at least I don't have to wake up quite as early tomorrow. Yeah, maybe in our next episode we will touch in greater detail about New Mutants, because I feel like New Mutants is an example of something that has a very clearly bifurcated audience base. People who have already seen the New Mutants and people who have no interest and therefore are unwise to try to watch New Mutants. So I feel greatly empowered to talk at some significant length about the various pitfalls that I feel like that movie goes into. But on our way out, the overwhelming reaction for me was, how did that get made? Why is the movie the way that it is? Because there's such fundamental things in it that don't make sense, that are wholly ignored, glossed over. There's storytelling choices that you just scratch your head and say, this can't have been what they intended, and yet we looked at it afterwards, like there were a whole bunch of like scheduled reshoots that they were going to like remake parts of the movie, but it took so long for them to schedule the reshoots that everybody had gotten older, so they like, it was no longer feasible to bring them all back and just have them look way different. Yeah, New Mutants is an interesting movie, you guys. It's not good, and I don't think that you should watch it, and it's not canon now that the X-Men have been officially sort of like returned to the Marvel umbrella, but it definitely gave us a lot to talk about afterwards. So everybody is congratulating me on determining what day of the week it is. It's good power to have every once in a while. Moo says, dude, it's like 4 a.m. for Caroluna, Patikin, Ricardinho, and they're all watching you still. Yeah, it's awesome that we can be of entertainment. Moo says, now that's Love Angel or Insomnia. Either way, it's a win. Very, very true. Ricardinho says, he doesn't have to work on Sunday either. Patikin says, no, that's just me staying up late, Moo. It happens to be that Angel is live. Well, very much appreciated. On that note, Patikin is going to be playing through a game called Foul Play, starting this coming Friday. We are now 6 days away from that. We talked about it recently. I am very much looking forward to it because I still to this moment have never seen 1 second of gameplay, and I want my experience with Tachir and Patikin to be where that kicks off. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Throughout the week, Patikin also plays games like Fall Guys. Patikin plays he just finished at least one of the DLC packs for Phoenix Immortals Rising, and I did not see if he finished the second one as well. I've been sort of lurking in those streams because Phoenix Rising is on our list of things to play, but please do check out Patikin. Also, please check out so many of the wonderful people that I'm about to attempt to list off, and if I miss you, then we will circle back and make sure that we get you for next week as well. We had a massive level 5 hype train today, which was kicked off by some resubscriptions, but then brought well over the finish line through extremely generous contributions from people like iMoo Do You Moo 2, Samalander, Ricardinho, More Than a Mia. I'm trying to remember everybody. You know what? I'm going to take the very, very rare step of stepping. No, we can't. Oh, we can't get to Streamlabs because it'll mess up the stream. Okay. I know a lot of people were here. I think that Samalander, let's. Boy, I'm sort of in the unenviable position of having gotten so many support from so many people that I'm concerned about not remembering them all, and possibly, probably yes, Captain Dingus, cheered a whole bunch. Ricardinho I know did. If I've missed anyone, if you guys can let me know. I think that Caroluna might have as well. I mean, Moo donated so many subscriptions to the channel. Mia and Dingus gave cheered so many bits. It was so much so fast that I will not be able to get everybody. But we're circling back around this as inartful as it is to try to remember something that happened at this point, like an hour, 90 minutes ago. We had a bunch of story stuff because, you guys, it's a really big deal. I will again say that there's so many places, so many streamers to spend your time here on Twitch, and it means a lot to me that you guys hang out at all. The fact that people in their lives have a certain number of bits in their account, a certain number of subscriptions that they can afford to share with others, that they want to bring others in and join the community, and that they do it here. I just wanted to make sure that we close out this stream by re-acknowledging you guys. That was fantastic. It really, really brightened my evening. It brightened it so much that I fell one day over. I skipped a full 24 hours and thought it was Sunday. So again, for real, from the bottom of our hearts, mine in particular, thank you so much. We are now going to find somebody to raid. We will take a look to see if JV McMaster is still on. When we started streaming, he was just getting started with a little survival crafting game called Vintage Story. And we were hearing earlier from Eastbourne about, and thank you very much to Eastbourne for the raid. Also, let's not leave that unsaid. But Eastbourne had been playing Craftopia. I did not have a chance to in-game events to talk about Vintage Story, which I guess started out as a Minecraft mod and has been expanded into something that visually looks a lot like Minecraft, but has a lot more options. The level of visual and aesthetic crafting is magnitudes more precise than anything you could ever do in Minecraft, and it's got molds and the ability to pour liquid metal, and then you have to let it cool. It's got all sorts of heat dynamics in terms of like melting the metal in the first place. It's very, very neat stuff. And if you have not yet seen Vintage Story, if you take a look at it and see, oh, that's just Minecraft, keep watching. Look closer. There's a lot more going on there than you'd think. Exciting news that Moo is going to be continuing her playthrough of Alan Wake, and I'm suddenly remembering that I don't know that I read it out loud. She did confirm that she and Grumpy had finished It Takes Two, but we're now circling back for some of the mini games and stuff that they had that they had missed out on during their stream. So congratulations to them on that. It's always fun when people start a new game or finish the game that they've been playing, because you get to get a sense for their anticipation going in, and then get a full summation on how they felt about it on the way going out. And on that note, Mia just finished up the Dead Space trilogy. The whole trilogy, 1, 2, and 3, not quite played back to back, but all in rapid succession. She finished up Dead Space 3 this past Friday, just yesterday, and that was awesome. She also had a fun challenge that we'll talk about or probably see more of, but I don't want to belabor this outro too much, because it started off with a review of New Mutants. It's now gone to try to call people out. So, wait, She Is Moo went live. Oh, and Azric's going to whisper the clip. Yes! Oh my gosh, Azric, we never got a chance. Thank you to Azric, who I'm probably also 99% sure right now did also contribute to the hype train. Please check out Azric as well. And Azric had posted earlier, and we will talk about it some more. There was a very, very funny moment in Tashir's stream today. We are at the end of our time here, but it's a great example of what makes Division 4 so much fun, getting to watch Tashir and his friends hang out. And it was about like volume mic levels, and it it was very funny, and I'm glad that Azric grabbed the clip of it. Okay, so let's go find somebody fun to raid. Thank you so much to More Than a Mia, Chivalry, Eastbourne, I Moo to You Moo 2, Centrifugal Force, Patikan, Azric. Cara Luna has been here and probably also contributed to the hype train. Again, I'm not going to be able to catch Ricardio, if I didn't already say him. It is late enough that I cannot possibly hope to catch all of the awesome people that were in here and streaming, but again, thank you for the hype train. Thank you for all of the contributions, and thank you to the raid for Eastbourne. Okay, let's go find somebody fun to raid, and we'll see you guys as early as tomorrow evening after twitch.tv/morethanamia, but certainly not before Tashir Games with Division Force, followed by Slow and Steady Sundays at twitch.tv/morethanamia. Until next time, you guys, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great night.